Only within last year, we got plenty of new 3D AI released. We're getting major companies releasing their research papers such as Meta and Microsoft. Some small teams in China deliver surprisingly high results. And for us, this is a great news. More competition, better quality, more choice. But from other side, it's getting quite hard to navigate and choose the best one. And while quality reaching same level, the real question is about price to quality balance. And of course, we hear more and more about crazy open source 3D AI, 3D.js and REST. Now, me and my team spent quite a lot of time navigating, figuring out, testing all released and some unreleased tools, doing crazy amount of tests. We do have more than 3,000 generated benchmark tests within various of 3D AI. Why? To put it all in one place, top 3D AI, and let you vote for the best. So we can actually figure out which one is the best for geometry, texturing, low poly, segmentation, and we even introduced 3D.js recently. And 3D.js, by the way, are very impressive, and you can run them locally only on 6GB VRAM. So if you're a professional or you're just beginning your journey in 3D and AI, this is absolute most thing to use. We put a lot of effort to build this. It's non-commercial, non-biased, completely free, independent arena based on your votes, guys. And we, by the way, soon to reach 200,000 votes. So let's do the breakdown on the landscape, what's changed, what we need to pay attention for. I can also tell you some rumors that I know, and I give you the answers, not only what tool is the best, but which is also good for your pocket. Okay, so let's first talk a little bit about the landscape. We do have around 20 models, which are unique models, including the open source. Again, we rounded up by 17 because we removed some versions. So before we were presenting like Tripo 3.0, like Rodin 2, Rodin 1.5, and there are a lot of generations. So right now, since we do have more and more tools coming, we decided to only show the Frontier version, and the Frontier version should be better. And that actually makes sense because Frontier model is the best overall. In rare cases, we saw discrepancy when the older version might perform better than the new one, which happened to Hightem, for example. From the very new updates, we do have Varco 3D 2.0 version, we do have Sloyd AI with version 3, and we do have Alpha 3D version 5. And this one is actually quite surprising since it performs really well and going to top 3 so far. The moment I record the video, we just updated Arena to 2.0 version. I'm gonna explain what we did and why it's now better. So it is still calibrating, it might take 1-2 days, but I think it will land in top 5. From the recent months, we do have Rodin Gen 2.5 update, which actually took it to top 3, top 4 position. But in the same way, Rodin is probably the most difficult to use, in a way that they do have like a lot of settings. Like to generate nice model, you have to figure out. And while we generated the dataset, we had to figure it out all the settings to get the best result. And here's, by the way, the insights how we generate all the dataset. First of all, we take the Frontier model and the approach suggested by developers. I mean, just to get the best possible results with the recommended settings, etc. Like if we want to use it at the max. And there are quite a lot of settings. So in this new update, we also introduced the settings that we use, so you can compare them here. And also now we feature multi-view, and you can see that if that 3D AI supports multi-view, we compare multi-view with multi-view. Again, in my opinion, multi-view is not really a game changer in terms of quality. Where multi-view is needed is like, again, to specify detail, etc. Or we do have something on the back sides that we need to specify. That makes sense to have that back view. Adding, like, let's say Hunyuan 3.1 has H multi-view, and I also saw recently some other introduced this H multi-view. That's not really improving the quality, so don't get it wrong. It's to be more specific about what should be on the side that is not invisible, and this all will be fed into internal model that will do additional images from which there will be built a 3D model, right? So it will just guess less what is there. And of course, we double verified and updated all prices and time estimation per model, because I think that's even more important than quality, because it feels like they're reaching one certain level, which is actually expected. And we introduced almost 80 new prompts. That was very difficult to do. We had to run these 80 new prompts together with 50 previous prompts through the generators, and not all of them available by API, so we had to do that manually. And for example, with Rodin, as I said, we spent almost one day to doing that models, because we had to go and do the right settings to get the best possible result with given 3D AI. But now you have plenty of prompts. You can also choose by categories, you can choose by complexity. And the thing is that this actually makes sense, because some generators are really good in props and some better in characters. I definitely think like Tripo is one of the best in characters, but for props and for the textures, there are many other, maybe some cheaper alternatives that deliver pretty much the same level. Or depending on the style that you're working, I could say that Hunyuan and Warco, they do good stylization in terms of texture. For Warco, especially if you don't know, there's like a Korean company doing that. It basically is a child of NCSoft, and it's sort of unique style. I cannot say that they do have everything very nice and perfect, but stylization is definitely something unique. Maybe that can be a good fit for your needs. So far, when I record this video, we do have updated prompts, updated to texture and geometry, and we also do work on low poly. We're gonna add more prompts and new model, which are expected day by day, and that's also the good news. The Alpha 3D that I mentioned, they also rolled some smart topology and some other providers. We're building better prompts, and we're gonna add all this test soon. And by the time you watch this video, it should be already here. But right now on low poly, the Tripo P1 taking the lead, and I couldn't agree more. And that's basically the reason that I use Tripo so often, because usually my content is about building something game ready, and well, it just works really, really nice, especially P1, but sometimes 3.1, which is retopology or smart topology, is like very difficult naming there, also does really good job, which makes Tripo overall very good choice for game devs. But as I said, we are adding new competitors, and let's see if they will perform better. And also we do have segmentation, of course. I would not say that's like a very reliable tool overall, but it's getting better and better, and that's why we are keeping eye here. And you can see sometimes it actually gives not bad results. Hitem or Hi3D right now, they did quite great use case from the splitting, and they made the split to print. I made a separate video about that. It's like they do add connectors, and that actually really makes sense. We tested that works. For game development, part splitting is probably expected a little bit different way, but you can take a look and see if it works for you. And yeah, as I said, we also started to feature splats. They are only in compare tab because there are not many versions of them, but the good thing is that both of them are open source and you can run locally on quite low VRAM. And we also added worlds, and again, there's not much worthy of them, especially those who can do the collider. Here you can see both of them actually do this mesh, which allow you to bring it to Unreal Engine and add a collision, and that actually works nice. I made a complete video about it, how to bring 3D.js to Unreal Engine, how to render that efficiently, because I was sort of surprised that this thing moving so far, and I'm a sort of hidden fan of 3D.js right now. There is something unique about splats, you know? And of course, the core thing is the blind voting. So again, all the prompts are featured here, and you can compare them in different views and decide which one is actually best. And we're gonna reveal the platform and the settings used, which later forms that ELO leaderboard. Also, since AI tools getting updated, well, frankly, frequently, we do have seasons. Basically, seasons are attached to months. And yeah, if any updates, we try to update the data set basically in 1-2 days after we got the access to the update, when it publicly released, or so on. And a little bit of rumors in the end of the video. If you're new to 3D, I want to let you know that there is Hunyuan that is actually always in top 5 for a recent half a year, and it is actually free. Well, at some degree, they do give you 20 generations per day. That's quite a lot. You can create great 3D models, and there is also 3D Studio where you can do low poly, segmentation, all of that stuff, and even UV unwrapping. There is a dedicated video and even a workflow how I used that Hunyuan free tools only to create characters. But here's the thing, there is a Chinese version of the Hunyuan, and it's usually updated further. Like recently they released Hunyuan World Model 2.1, which is already available on Chinese version. And basically Chinese version is looking different, right? So they simplified it, and I guess like the delay is around 1 month when they update the global version. Now, the rumor is, and I know that because there's some noise on the background, Hunyuan is about to release new model in around the month. So keep your eyes on their official Chinese website, and you might be the first lucky one to get touch, or like whatever it will be, Hunyuan 3.5 or Hunyuan 4.0, because it is about a time. It's almost 6 months since Hunyuan 3.1, and that is a huge cycle. And same thing is expected from the Tripo. There have been almost 5 months since their major updates, Tripo 3.1, and it's still taking top 1 position. Imagine. So finger crossed, let's see if they can maintain this top 1 position. And also one of the reasons I use Tripo and recommend it to some studios to use, and again it's also widely used by platforms like 3ds Studio, Asset Hub, Custom Use. They also use Tripo because not only providing good quality, but it also good for a pocket and average. You can see the prices and decide for yourself. And by the way, small bonus, we do keep track of some promo codes, and if you are about to test some tool, you might find some promo code on our website. Not for every tool, but for most of them we do have. Alright, I hope all this information, all these insights and the tool will be very helpful for you in your journey to always be up to date what is the right tool to use for your needs. Hit that like button if you appreciate our effort, and I see you in the next videos.